Hi, I'm Tommy Krudi from Digital Workforce. Welcome to the module Handover to Development. Before the developer can start working on the actual process automation, there are certain tasks that need to have been done first. The development phase does not take more than 2 to 3 weeks if everything has been set up properly. If those tasks have not been done prior to starting the development phase, the delays in the project might cause the automation project to drag on for months and months, which will frustrate all stakeholders. The sooner the automation solution is ready to be put into production, the sooner the business can start benefiting from it. In this module, we take a look at how to prevent those delays. The first task is to have a well-defined process that has its scope frozen. If the scope has not been frozen, it means the process owner and the subject matter experts might still want to add something to the process definition. This is the main reason for delays in projects, so freezing the scope before the development begins is critical. If there are last-minute changes to the scope, it might require significant effort from the developer to adapt their current solution to include the changes. An automation that handles 60% of all work and was completed in 1 month is better than an automation that handles 90% of all work but took 6 months to develop. In other words, changes to the scope should be done after the first version of the automation solution has already been put into production. This way, the business can enjoy the benefits much earlier. The second task is to have the FRQ filled out. When the developer is designing the automation solution, they will need to know when the process should be scheduled, how to access the required files or folder paths, what are the expected work volumes of the process, and what is the format of the report the robot should create. A well-designed process is much more resilient to application updates and other changes, so it pays off to have the FRQ completed before the development. The third task is to involve IT and the application owners early on. When you know that a process will be automated, you should first ask the business or IT if virtual desktops and Windows user accounts have been set up for your robots and developers. The minute you know what applications are needed in the process, the IT and the application owners should be contacted. The applications must be installed on the virtual desktops. Both the developer and the robots will need user accounts to the applications, so those must be arranged as well. Very likely, you will need to specify which parts of the application the users need to access. Also, the IT should be made aware of any shared folders to which the robots need access. These are required in both the test and the production environment. We recommend that when you start working on the documentation, you already contact the IT and the application owners about these needs. The production environment does not need to be completely set up before the functionality of the automation solution has been tested in the test environment. But the sooner the setting up can be started, the less delays there will be. IT and application-related issues can cause weeks' worth of delays in your automation project. The fourth task is to have the test data created. Based on the business exceptions listed in the process definition document, process or application experts should create test data for the happy path and all the exception cases in the scope. The developer needs to test their solution as they develop it, so having test cases is important. If the solution cannot be tested while it's being developed, it's possible that the findings made in the later test phases will require the developer to redesign the automation solution partially. So, to keep your automation project from being delayed, make sure these 4 tasks are taken care of before starting the development. Freeze the scope, fill out the functional requirements questionnaire, involve IT and application owners early on, and have test data be created. And that's it for this module. Thanks, and see you next time.